Hello, my dear friends. I am Manoranjan Ray, Director PM Academy. Today I am delivering my fourth lecture on IS. Topic is IS exam preparation strategy. Dear students, you know that actually when you are planning to appear for the IS exam, strategy is a must. Without strategy, without planning, you cannot expect success in the life, whether it is the IS or any other exams. There is a well-known proverb when we describe the strategy that ends can be achieved by means. Here ends for you is that is IS exam, and means by the resources. What the resources is available. All type of the resources are available before the students. Books, materials, magazines, newspapers, and every day we are going through the different TV channels. So that means a lot of resources. But how to utilize the resources to achieve our the ends or to be successful in the civil services exam. Now the question is, when today's topic is what should be the strategy for the IS exams, I am also taking you to the strategy number 1. Now strategy number 1 is that actually since, or you can say that actually till 2014 the pattern of the IS exam was the different, that CSAT was qualifying in the nature and GS was on the considered for the merit basis. Now what happens actually 2015 onwards, this the new system has also started. Till 2014 CS, till 2014 CSAT and the GS were considered both, and after 2014, that means from the 2015 onwards, CSAT was considered as qualifying in the nature, and GS was also considered for the merit list. Now the thing is that actual students generally take it granted that actual 3-4 months are enough for the preparation of the civil services. And till 2014, I can say that when the CSAT and the GS was combined together for the selection of the civil services, they were thinking that actually if they are performing not well in the GS and performing very well in CSAT, combining together marks are helping them to be selected in the civil services prelim exams. When the pattern changed 2015 onwards, CSAT became qualifying nature and GS became merit. So thereafter, you have to think that actual GS means it is not about your the state or the country; it is about the whole world. So lot of things are also involved: history, politics, geography. So many things all are involved in the GS. There is no boundary of the GS. So lot of preparation is needed. Now the student before 2015, they were thinking that actual the 3 to 4 months were enough for the preparation of the civil services. But after 2015, when the GS became factor of the merit for the selection of the prelim exams, so you have to think that actually throughout the year you have to prepare for the current affairs or for the GS, otherwise it is very difficult to be selected. It is the strategy number 1. First strategy is that actually sir, you have to prepare throughout the year. Don't confine to yourself, don't limit yourself that 3 months is enough for preparation of the prelim exam. It should be the strategy number 1. Means you have to prepare throughout the year for the preliminary exam. Second is prelim, don't divide the prelim and the main separately, because you are appearing in a particular year, particular academic year, you are appearing the civil services exam. You just compare the syllabus of the civil services prelim and the main exam, you see that syllabus are almost same. You can say that actually the prelim syllabus is a subset of the main. I am just giving one example of the one paper's example, that is take the example of history. If you see the syllabus of the main exam, you will see that actual almost the same is in the prelim. If you see the politics and the governance, almost same is there. If you see the economics, also it is there. So in geography, same thing. and current affairs is there. So prelim preparation for the prelim and the preparation for the main don't mentally divide that actual separate preparation is needed. If you are preparing for the main exam, then you think that actual preparation for your the prelim exam is over. Means you emphasize on the prelim, you start thorough preparation for the main exams, then you will see that actual at the end preparation for the prelim, preparation for the main is completed at the same time. It should be the strategy 2. Then next is strategy number 3 for the civil services exam, that is how to, that means here I am giving the strategy not for the optionals. Mind the third point is I am emphasizing strategy for the GS papers or the general studies paper. Now generally the general studies paper, what happens, it consists of history, it consists of the geography, or you can say it is Indian polity, governance, environmental issues, disaster management, security challenges, and security management of border issues. So many things are also there. Besides actual what happens, one more paper has been added in the GS papers or general studies paper, that is paper number 4. That is title is ethics, integrity and the aptitude. So this the fourth chapter or the fourth, that means the subject number 4 in the GS has been added 2015 onwards. That means actuals, that is completely new areas. That means yeah, about the ethics, about the integrity, about the aptitude. But it is does not require any of the subject specializations either from the science, from the arts, from the commerce or from the engineering or from the medical. Any student can read themselves, can prepare themselves for the ethics, integrity and the, but so far other papers are there. What I want to tell you, whether it's the GS paper 1 or the GS paper 2 or the GS paper 3, in this case what happens, your the strategy should be the different. Means actuals, when I am talking about the strategy for the GS papers, the strategy varies from the history to the geography to the political science to economics to international affairs to current affairs. Because you see, in the subject of history, questions are very straight, and they ask about the events, about different facts and figures. You have to memorize on it. You have to mock up a lot of things in the history, but this does not happen in the geography. When you talk about the geography papers, geography can be divided into the two parts, about concept, about the map. When you talk about the concept part of the geography, you will find that actual concept relates to thorough understanding. Very minutely you have to know what is plate tectonics, what is earthquake, what is cyclone, what is, you can say, like the ocean currents, what is the tide, all these things, climatic positions, physical geography, all these things. But when the question of map part comes in the geography, so different locations and different questions is asked relating to the maps of the geography. So you should be very familiar about the locations of the world, countries, regions. So otherwise it is very difficult to write the answers. So far the map part of the geography is concerned, it is one aspect, because I told you that history is different from the geography, and also political science. I'm just taking about the political science. Now see, the political science, it is a thoroughly understanding subject. You don't memorize all these things actually. For example, like prime minister, it is a very common questions. But when you are attempting the civil services exam, so question comes on the prime minister. That does not mean that prime minister is very powerful. Everyone knows actually. Everybody's knowledge that actual prime minister is the, that means most powerful persons. But when you talk about the power and position of the prime minister, but power and position of the prime minister in the after independence or in the 1970, 1980, and the today scenario in the 2020-21, it's completely different, because so many Supreme Court issues are there. Prime minister has to take care of all these things. On the one side, he has to see the constitution, he has to see the mindset of the people, he has to see also the judicial decisions. That means decisions of the Supreme Courts. They are every day you will see the judicial, that means judiciary playing very the vital role so far the governance is concerned. So means actual while writing, that means preparing for the political science, not only what is written in the books, we have to update from the magazines, from the newspapers, and also the latest judicial decisions or the court decisions relating to the office of the prime minister or the powers of the prime minister, of the president, of the governor, of the ministers, and all these things. So in this way, the strategy for the preparation of the history just simple, you have to study from the books, and your the doubt, clarity, everything should be clear, and concept should be very clear, and memorize a lot of things. In the geography, I told you that actual map factors and also concept factors. And I told you about the political science, about lot of things. You have to update yourselves. Besides actual current affairs are also there. Current affairs not only relating to the India, also relating to the whole world. So many things are associated with the current affairs, and the current affairs leads a lot of things. And one more aspect is there in the GS, that is the science and technology part. It is a very common area. So science and technology does not mean that you must be from the science background or you can answer well. The science and technology questions are very common. That means actually having the basic knowledge of the science of physics, chemistry, or the bio, you can also write the answers. And besides actual another area of the GS is the environmental issues. That is a major areas of the study nowadays. Earlier 20-25 years back, environmental issue was just like it was not a concept, no concept. Now it is everybody's mouth about the environmental issues. Now it is a very major areas. Now the questions are coming very, that means you will not find very simple and straight questions so far the environment is concerned. So you will find the questions relating to the environment, its the impact, its implications. That means about society, about that means so many factors are there. So far the environmental issues are concerned. So nowadays what happens actually, one more thing is you'll find in all the cases when the new project is going on by the government of India or by the state governments, environmental impact analysis is there. Project will be there, but what will be the impact of the project upon the people, upon the society, upon the environment, and all these other local surroundings. So now the environmental also, the preparation of the environmental is needs the preparation in the different angles. Very scientifically, you have to study the environmental issues. So in this way, the preparation strategy for the prelim, whether it is a prelim or the main for the IS exams, it is also, that means area to area, subject to subject, you have to emphasize, and you have to plan out accordingly. Now the thing is that actually when you want to be successful in civil services exam, you must have a strategy, and strategy, your optional strategy is completely different. You must be familiar with the optional, but here in this today's lectures I am emphasizing only strategy for the GS, and how to prepare, how to, that means focus on the GS, how should be your the strategy for the GS only. So now, dear students, so it is my request that actually, if you are the determined, if you have a strong willpower, then you can achieve your achieve your the aims, or that must be, that means no one can also stop you, because there is a well-known proverb that where there is a will, there is a way. When you have a will, only willing is not, willing is there, but with the willingness, with the willpowers, or with your the, that means will to be an IS officer, there must be strategy. Without strategy, it's very difficult to be successful in your the career. It is for today's lecture, dear students. So you can also suppose contact me by my mobile number. Once again, I'm citing my the mobile number, dear students: 820 842 8538. Once again, I'm citing 820 842 8538. My second number is, you can call me at any time. So that is second number is no WhatsApp number. So second number is 9028127445. Once again I am repeating that number, 9028127445. Before closing today's lecture, dear students, once again my advice to you, my request to you, whatever you can say, please subscribe my channel. And because within short periods I am also going to deliver subject wise, that means all the topics of the syllabus, that means in the GS papers I will go chapter wise, so you can take the lot of benefits from my lectures. Kindly subscribe my channel. Thank you very much, and it is for today. I'll see you in the fifth lecture very shortly. Thank you very much.